Welcome back, you guys. Episode 80. Can you believe that? Episode 80 of Zero Carb Journal. I'm Matt, as always. Good morning, you guys. Nice to see you. How are you? Did you have a good week? I hope you did. I had a great week. It's just been wonderful. So let's see. It's early. It's about 6:45, 6:50. Just coming up on 7 o'clock here on a glorious Sunday morning. Wow. So fortunate, aren't we? Um, and yeah, good morning, you guys. How are you? So here we are. It's getting to be the end of June. We went through the solstice this week, and I got to tell you, summer solstice is probably the day that, of all the holidays, of all the special days around the year, the summer solstice seems to be the one that means the most to me inside of me. I get so I don't know, excited isn't the right word. I really base a lot of my day to day on observing what's going on in the world and being a part of it, just being here now and observing the days going by and the light and the warmth and all those things are just, I'm sure it's normal human experience. I really do. I focus on observable and what's going on right now. And solstice just is kind of a big deal to me, I guess. I love summer and long days and sun like we all do. I crave them after our long, dark winters and yeah. Anyway, solstice this week made me feel really good. That's what I'm trying to say. I really enjoyed it. I try to make the most of those long days. It really sort of reminds me, I guess, I guess that's a really good way to put it. The solstice reminds me of the fleeting nature of each instant, and those longest days I just try to, it just sort of reminds me to live every moment and to appreciate, every instant. In those long days, it just seems like I'm just sitting there going, oh, it's solstice, pack as much as you can into this day. And I do. So I had a great week. I really focused on putting as much into each day and being here now and appreciating each moment. I really focused on that this week. I got a lot done. So my boat project is in paint right now, getting ready to go to the water. It's going to the water this week, so I'll be back to work this week, although not probably terribly busy. But this last week, I sort of just had a break, so did go into work and check in on a few days, but for the most part, I was here and able to get back to projects here. So I've had a project here I've been wanting to do for a long time. I knew it was going to be financially cost a little money and also take a lot out of me physically, so I've been putting it off. But I dove in this week and I started on my new little koi pond. As silly as that sounds, I really like the water element. I feel like that's something that's really important to me to live near. It also forms a little reflecting pool that'll give me a little more light in the house, which I'll look forward to in the winter. And I love just sitting around and watching fish swim and feeding them and having something to take care of. So that's been fun. I am absolutely wiped out. I went to the quarry a couple times, had to hand load rocks there. I loaded about a little bit, almost 2 tons each load, it seemed like. I know that's a lot, too much for my truck. It was more like, let's see, I think it was 3,000 pounds. Yeah, 1.5 tons anyways. So I moved about 6,000 pounds of rocks twice or 3 times. I put them in my truck, took them out of my truck, and then put them in the pond. And a lot of digging, a lot of moving stuff. I'm exhausted. I did a lot of the rock work yesterday, but I spent most of the week digging, and luckily I have a machine to help with a lot of that, but still a lot of physical work. And yeah, my back is sore, I'm sore, my legs are sore, my what do they call it? Posterior chain. A lot of deadlifts. So yeah, so I had a great week. I feel physically completely wiped out, and that feels good. I did. I also got some surf actually. We had a really great day of surf. I think it was the solstice, so that was wonderful. And yeah, I'm just absolutely exhausted, and feeling great. So zero carb is has been great to me this week. Continuing to be really good to me. My energy level has been phenomenal, as you'll see from my progress, and I made a little progress this week, maybe, you know. So, as you guys know, I've been making myself sick at least once a week. Um, and, you know, it usually is too much fat, too much gristle, something like that. Too much of something. And so, you know, I started, I mean, I've known this for a while that those instances are basically overeating of, you know, one because of my digestive system, overeating of stuff I can't digest. Whether it be overeating for someone else, I don't know, but it's overeating for me at those times. So I've made a conscious effort this week to try to space out my eating. I went back to 3 meals a day, which I haven't done for a long time, mostly because that's difficult when I'm working. Um, and 3 smaller meals. So I did something I haven't done in years, which is I went back to weighing food, not being strict on myself, and not I don't have a whole lot of attachment to it. I didn't tell myself I need to only eat so much, and I didn't have struggles or anything like that. But I am trying to make sure I just don't put as much into my stomach at any one time. And so far, so good. It's been great. I ate about 6 ounces of ribeye 3 times a day for the last 3 days, and that equals about 2,400 calories or so. And so I just kind of picked a number that would I know from my old experiments that on my old diets, if I ate 2,000 calories, I'd maintain, and a little more usually had me feeling pretty energized. And I haven't been able to gain much weight on this diet, so I'm not worried about that, obviously. Um, and I'm not trying to lose weight. So calories really had nothing to do with weight, and I'm not being strict on myself, so don't worry. I'm just experimenting with trying not to get sick once a week. And I do know that that those episodes, like I said, are from overeating elements that I can't digest very well. So I'm going to try this for a little bit. Now, one thing that concerns me is, am I going to get really hungry? When I'm really hungry, I really like those big meals. Am I going to miss that? So we'll see how it goes. I do think that that one of the things about this way of eating is that, at least for me, I'm able to eat an enormous amount of food and not gain any weight and still really like my body composition. I gained a little weight, and I think it's good weight. I feel healthy. I feel like I have a little margin, a little buffer. I feel strong. And to do that, I've been eating, like I said, a lot, like 3 pounds a day, 4 pounds a day, and I eat in those, I'll sit down, and I'll be starving at the end of the day, and I'll just eat as much as I want until I can't eat anymore. And I feel fine, except for those nighttime episodes of nausea, which come from too much fat or something I can't digest. But otherwise, I feel good, I look good, so I just keep, I feel like that's been an okay plan. But now as I'm going down the road, I'm going, well, geez, maybe I'm just eating too much for my digestive system. So the question, what I'm trying to say is I'm wanting to find out if I can eat smaller amounts to keep my digestive system happy while still keeping that satisfied feeling, that satisfied, nature of this diet. Because one thing I've really loved about this diet is eating as much as I want whenever I want, and not having terrible repercussions, being able to go to bed, stuffed full. It just feels really good. I've really enjoyed being able to keep myself well fed and not having any restrictions. So yeah, this is interesting. It does represent a bit of a restriction in one sense, but it's been great. I haven't been hungry. I've been feeling really good. So in another sense, it's not a restriction so much as maybe just learning more. A little more learning what's working for me, and learning how to eat on this way of eating maybe more appropriately, maybe I've been doing it wrong, maybe I've been a glutton. I don't really know. Um, it's really hard to say. We don't have a whole lot of role models, and you hear all sorts of different things. One of the most common advices is to eat as much as you can, especially in the beginning, eat like it's your job. And because it's hard to get enough energy in, especially early on. So maybe I'm relearning some of that, and maybe not. Maybe I'm going to find myself crashing midway through this week and finding out that these little meals just aren't enough, and I need to eat those big meals. And that's been my feeling. My feeling has been that those big meals have been necessary for me to intake as much energy as I felt like I needed. So I may have been wrong about that. I will find out. It's been an interesting few days anyways. I've been feeling really good. Haven't been hungry. Haven't been, I'll cook my food and it'll look like such a little tiny bit on the grill. 6 ounces doesn't look like much. But when I'm done eating it, I've been pretty satisfied pretty much every time. So interesting. And, it does make me wonder that maybe if I just eat less, maybe I can eat a broader variety. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe some of my issues are just from trying to eat so much of some of those things. They give me problems. So, I don't know. Anyways, it's interesting, and I'm feeling great. Had a great week, like I said, and I'm going to just keep pushing, keep teasing out the details, keep learning, and keep moving forward. And I'll, maybe that'll help some of you. I'm not sure. Most of you probably aren't overeating to the point of nausea like I was. It's funny, though, because like I say, that it didn't feel like overeating at the time of eating. The nausea would come like 6 hours later when my digestive system would say, hey, I can't process all those little gristly bits. But the full feeling was never uncomfortable, never like I ate that much. It kind of felt like a normal amount. So, I don't know. We'll see. Live and learn. So anyways, I think that's enough. I've been going for 15 minutes or so I don't have a whole lot more to share. So I'm really looking forward to this week. I'll just give you a little preview. I'm going to get this pond wrapped up probably Monday or Tuesday. Got to go back to the quarry, get some gravel and a few more rocks, and then it should be time to start filling her up. And I'll be back to work this week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this week. It's supposed to start raining. I've got some inside stuff to take care of, so that might help me out that I've been procrastinating on. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this week. And oh, I know what I'm wanting to say. Looking forward to getting my boat done, like I've been saying for weeks now. Really closing in on it, probably 2 more weeks or so. And then I will hopefully have some of these home projects out of the way and get ready for my next phase, which I think, I've been talking a lot about. I've been making some plans, and I'm going to do what I can to try and include you guys in it. Those plans include making some videos and doing some new stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm really looking forward to this upcoming week, focusing on my boat project and my pond and putting some big stuff behind me, continuing to learn about zero carb. And hey, I'm just rambling, so I guess I better go. Yeah, okay. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you have a wonderful week. And as always, thank you so much for listening and watching and for all your support. It really does mean the world to me. You guys have made a huge difference in my life. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay in the moment. Be here now. Stay positive, you guys. Let's make some progress. Try and help other people. And I'll see you next week. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for listening and watching. See you next week.